28 with a nigun. So we're going to gently enter the service. Lie, 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 lie. Special guest tonight. Not with a rabbi, please come forward. Candles and Kiddush. We turn to page 120. Actually, 121 we start. I've never done this before. Do it your way. Good to sing.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai 138. It's our mystical poem that welcomes Shabbat as a radiant bride and a sacred presence. And as we sing, we open our hearts to the divine light of rest, peace, and renewal. And on the last verse, well, I'll tell you, we're going to rise and face the door as we greet the Sabbath bride with love and joy. Page 138. Standing, and we turn to the Baruch Hu on page 146. 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach sha'arim, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, ומשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. ואל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Kihem chayim ve'urech yameinu, uvahem negen yom halayla, ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, baruch atah Adonai, Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch וקשרתם לאות עבדיך, והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. On the top of page 157, we taught before ever we stood in Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We come to a moment, this is my favorite prayer coming up. We come to a moment of reflection and connection through the Hashkivenu prayer. Hashkivenu, the word Hashkivenu means to cause us to lie down. And with these words, we seek shelter from harm, comfort in the quiet, and a sense of spiritual wholeness. We ask for peace, not only for the night ahead, but for the days to come. May these words bring us comfort as we find serenity in this sacred moment together. Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all times. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed. We turn to page 164 as we rise for the Tikvah. Adonai, Sefat HaYiftach, Uviad Kiteivatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotim Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor HaNorah, Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Mekoneh HaKol, Ve'Zocher Chaser Uvimot, U'Mevii Geulah Livnei Bneihem, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך עוזר מושיע אלוהים,
Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mekayeh HaKol Atah Rav Ve'oshia, Mashich HaRuach, Mori HaLashem, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayeh Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Val Givurot, Umito Melach, Melech Menit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Eremanat Ala Chayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Yoshim B'Kol Yom Yalelu Hasema, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Page 172. Vayachulu Hashamayim v'ha'aretz v'chol tzva'am, Vayachal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i, Melachto asher asa, Vayishbot b'yom hashvi'i, V'kol melachto asher asa, Vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'ato, Asher bara Elohim la'asot. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah. The heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day, from all the work that God had done. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. Together on the bottom page of the page. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us our heritage, your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 175. Let's read together on the bottom. You are with us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha v'yirah na'avod. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, u'lecha na'el lehodot. Shalom Ra'ah Yisrael Shalom Ra'ah Yisrael Pause for a moment of silent prayer, and then I will meet you on page 180. Take a moment now to remember all those who are in need of healing, of body, mind, and spirit. This is our community prayer, our community's prayer for wholeness, a way of surrounding those we care about with strength, love, and hope. Whether you're thinking of someone specific or simply holding space for all who are struggling. May these words help us remember that none of us face challenges alone, and that healing comes in many forms. We remember Jamie Lipman-Abish, Eileen Andacht, Ellen Bassett, Carolyn Barone, Miriam Shulamit Bat-Bela, Jane Bernstein, Wendy Bernstein, Arnold Block, Dennis Brenner, Jack Kazis, Bela Batchaya, Nora Correa, Richard Domash, Pamela Dorman, Susan Zitzik, Janet Ewing, Kelly Fink, Paul Fink, Arthur Fisher, Judy Fisher, Michelle Fisk, Parker Farake, Evan Foster, Benjamin Menachem Frank, Barbara Goldberg, Florence Goldberg, Sandra Goldberg, Stephen Goldstein, Allison Gordon, Jean Gormley, Elise Grace, Lee Hawley, Marilyn Heckler, Matthew A. Hood, Daciel Horowitz, Phyllis Horn, Jason Israel, Stephen Israel, Toby Israel, Christine Jacobson, Danette Jamal, Morris Jamal, Louis Kaufman, Joseph Keating, Tatiana Kolchunek, Esther Kuchevsky, Sandy Lee, Sibel Lewis, Gail Levy, Robert Mandel, Barbara Massey, Susan Miller, Ashley Moranti, Adam Moranti, Hannah Rachel Bat Miriam, Michal Zahava Bat Miriam, Shmuel Ben Miriam, Shmuel Yitzchak Ben Nisan, Nora Tzipora Bat Ilana, Carrie Odell, Sophia Palladino, Esther Parker, Gerlinda Pescatore, Helga Pfeffer, Rabbi Lester Polanski, Amelie Raha, Carol Ryder, Jan Rhodes, Julie Rosenberg, Laura Rosenspan, Renee Rosenthal, Sylvie Rubel, Martine Rubin, Jane Rudick, Pauline Schoenhout, Charlotte Miriam Schnupp, Richard Zanga, Tova Bat-Shifra, Michael Spidale, Mark Strominger, Christine Sun, Calvin Tantone, Arlene Iris Wisson, Rachel Leah Bat-Yosefa, Gail Young. If you have any names in the sanctuary, when my eyes meet yours, say that name.
Steve Levine. Paul Dropper.
Mordechai Ben Sheva and Sarah Batman.
Steve Schiller and Rich Jackson.
Joel Bausch and Frank Scully.
Nina Galpern and James Howells.
May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill and those who are in need of healing. May they find complete renewal of body and spirit as we sing our Misha Berach on page 371. While still on Mount Sinai after receiving the Ten Commandments, Moses is given further instructions from God, this time not about laws, but about building a place in which the people will worship during their journey through the wilderness. God tells Moses to ask each Israelite to bring a terumah, that's the name of the portions, teruma, a gift, a contribution for the construction of this sacred space. And God says, Va'asu li mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. And let them make me a mikdash, a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. The Torah then spends like a really long time, lots and lots and lots of verses, describing this sanctuary in great detail. Moses is given instructions for an ark, a table, a lampstand, curtains, coverings, and an altar. It goes on, but that's this. We are told what materials to use, how large each object should be, and even what decorative elements should appear on them. Everything is precise, measured, and intentional. It's as if the Torah wants us to know that sacred space doesn't happen by accident. It's built thoughtfully, carefully, and purposefully. And yet, if we're honest, this section can be difficult to read. The endless list of materials and measurements can feel dry and tedious. Honestly, my eyes often glaze over halfway through this portion. And still, the question remains, why does God need any of this at all? If God is everywhere, if the divine cannot be contained by walls and objects, walls or objects, why command the people to build a physical structure for God to dwell in? The answer may lie in a single word. God does not say, build me a sanctuary so that I may dwell in it. God says, so that I may dwell among them. Not in the building, but among us, among the people. The sanctuary isn't really about God's location. It's about the people's transformation. And notice too that this isn't a tax, and it's not a requirement. The materials come from voluntary gifts, from each person whose heart so moves them. Holiness here begins not with obligation, but with willingness. Perhaps the point isn't the structure itself, but the act of building together. The sacred emerges not from gold or fabric or wood, but from shared purpose. Maybe the true sanctuary isn't the tabernacle, but the community. And perhaps each person who contributes, each person who gives of themselves, becomes a small sanctuary. There's another subtle detail in the language, and it deepens this idea. God says, take for me a teruma, not bring me a teruma. Teruma remembers a gift, but take. It's kind of a weird, it's a strange choice of words, right? Take for me. But how do you take something if you try to give it away? But this kind of language appears throughout the Torah. We're told to take for yourself, the lulav. We are told to make for yourselves fringes on your garments. And again, mitzvot are described as things we do for ourselves. The Torah seems to be hinting that when we give, we aren't losing something, we are gaining something. So much of what we accumulate in life eventually leaves us. Our money goes to taxes, our possessions go to others, and in the end, as Frank Capra tells us, we can't take it with us. But what we build through our actions, our generosity, our kindness, our commitments, those things, we get to keep those. Those things stay with us, and we truly get to take them. Judaism teaches that when we act for the sake of others, we are also shaping ourselves. Giving is it's not just about selflessness. It's about becoming the kind of person in whom holiness can dwell. And if that's true, then every act of generosity is a kind of sanctuary, every good deed a place where God might dwell. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
And return to page 586 and rise for Aleinu. Aleinu b'sheach l'adon hakol, v'atetu la yosef bereshit, shamot sanu kebayeh ha'aretzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpat ha'adama, shelo sanu v'lakeinu v'ahem, v'lo aleinu k'kol ha'olam. You may be seated. We take a moment to hold in our hearts the memory of those who have passed, recently and long ago, whose presence continues to bless our lives. The Kaddish isn't a prayer about death, but a declaration of life and faith, and on this Shabbat, a day of rest and renewal, we remind ourselves that love endures beyond loss, and that memory can be a source of comfort and strength. May the words of the Kaddish connect us to those we miss, to one another, and to the eternal rhythm of life that Shabbat celebrates. We recall the recent passing of Norman Fetter, Susan Moy, related to Susan Moy and Matthew, and the yard sites of Shirley Bach, sister of Milton Rosenberg, Ella Blankstein, grandmother of Barbara Orville, Frank Blumenfeld, grandfather of Ronnie Nelson, Esther Gelfand, mother of Robert Gelfand, Ruth Hollander, sister of Doris S. Brown and mother of Andrew Hollander, Shirley Kogut, mother of Mark Flansreich and mother-in-law of Jerry Flansreich, Adolph Mendel, grandfather of Ruth Cooperman, Rose Mustel, mother of Carol Ryder, Moshe Pitt, husband of Amy Pitt and father of Leo and Sophie Pitt, Arthur Purcell, uncle of Leslie Kisner, Lottie Rosenfeld, aunt of Stuart Weinstock, Lori Schoenfeld, sister of Terry Lepsetter and sister-in-law of Ira Lepsetter, Joseph Schreiber, father of Ronald Schreiber and father-in-law of Barbara Schreiber, Louis Sinner, uncle of Madeline Wolf, Morris Zion, father of Madeline Wolf, Malaka Sambuli, mother of Jack Cases and mother-in-law of Arlene Cases, Max Weisfeld, father of Daniel Weisfeld and father-in-law of Carol Weisfeld, and Edna Wolf, mother-in-law of Madeline Wolf. If there's anyone else observing a yard site, anybody else say that name? Okay. We turn to page 598. Thank you. 598. As we rise and as a family, we recite the Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma tivrach chimutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'muru Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach, Le'olam Amen Amayat. Yitarach, V'yishtabach, V'yipa'ar, V'yikramam, V'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalam, Shmei Kudisha Barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, ta'amiram ne'amah v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rama mishmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom miromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tefillah, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom miromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. You may be seated. Dennis. Oh, you're all right. Announcements. Those microphones work.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Cantor and Yuri, for a wonderful service. You always make Friday nights special. Cantor Friedlander, you were a one-woman tour of force tonight. Bravo.
Thank you.
Yuri, great job as always. Torah study with Cantor Friedlander will be via Zoom beginning at 9:15 tomorrow morning.
With Arnold Block.
What was that?
Arnie's gonna do it.
Not you, but Arnie?
Arnie's gonna do it tomorrow morning.
Okay, so Arnie Block will be doing it, and you'll be joining him. The Zoom link is in the weekly update. Choir rehearsal and On the Mark will meet at their regular times this week. Please join us for our karaoke Purim celebration on Monday, March 2nd here at Temple Tikvah. Volunteers needed to participate. See the flyer in the weekly update for more information. Saturday, March 7th at 5 p.m., we will have a family Havdalah and a craft event run by Crafty Hands. The rabbi will host a parallel parent discussion group. Havdalah and dinner will follow. Support our teams on the Midnight Run on Saturday, March 21st with your donation to help the homeless. The list of suggested donated items and more information is in the weekly update. Sisterhood's annual Women's Seder will be Sunday, March 22nd at 12:30 p.m. at Towers on the Green at North Shore Towers. Bring your friends, neighbors, children, and grandchildren. All are welcome. Brotherhood-sponsored pre-Passover wine sale is beginning next week. Look for the menu of wines available for purchase in next week's update. The sale will run until March 20th. Now, Merrill gave me this as a late update, so here it is. Join us on Saturday, March 14th for a lunch and learn at Temple Tikvah. Join us for Music to Temple Music, a journey through 3,000 years of Jewish sound, led by Cantor Friedlander. Expect learning, some recognizable tunes, and a few surprises. No musical training required, just curiosity and a pair of ears. As always, check the weekly update for all your Temple Tikvah information. Have a good and safe Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So I just want to amplify two things. The first, Carolyn reminded me, is that there is not a plug for me, this choir. Next Friday is a choir Shabbat, so everybody come. Because it's Shabbat, not right. But I want to highlight the karaoke Purim, because instead of, we're not having a Purim spiel, we're having a karaoke, and we need singers. We want, it's not a performance, right? This is fun. And we don't want it to be perfect, in other words, right? So anyone who wants to sing, I have a list. We have the karaoke tracks. You can practice at home, or you not practice, so it might be funnier if you don't. But you get to choose your song. I have 15 songs, all melodies you know. It's, people you know these songs. And they're all parodies of Purim. So call me, email me, catch me tonight, catch me next Friday. No, we want to know before next Friday. But we need volunteers. It's going to be fun and funny.
You also,
Yes. Are you volunteering?
no, I have something.
You're raising your hand.
Because I have something to add.
Okay.
The Purim Carnival is going to be at Common Point, 12:30 to 2 on next Sunday, March 1st. All are invited with their grandchildren.
Okay, so can people hear on the
Can you repeat this?
Yes. So next Sunday, March 1st, is the Purim Carnival at
Common Point.
Common Point.
Parkway.
Common Point.
Common Point,
Common Point in Queens, and it's from
12:30
to 2. Bring all your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your children at heart, your neighbors, everybody.
Right, and then you can look for RSVP information in the weekly update.
And they should RSVP?
In the weekly update.
In the weekly update, RSVP. And if you need help, call someone. Call me. We close the service with Ki Eshmara Shabbat on page 634. Wait, I have to get to 634. It's hard when you're a one-man band up here. Usually the other person talks, the other person turns pages.
It's also 120.
Ki Eshmara Shabbat. When I keep Shabbat, God keeps me. It is a sign forever between God and me. Ki Eshmara Shabbat, El Yisrael. Ki Eshmara Shabbat, El Yisrael. Let's see. I've been smelling this all evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohim melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Yummy. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.